Okay, well, we're in OBS. We'll go ahead and close this out, minimize it. And I downloaded a file from Colts. And, well, that's not the one I want. Of Harley Quinn here. And I think it looks pretty cool. It'll make a nice little file or an additive to my collection. Printed off Hulk earlier today, and I have some resin left over, so I had to go ahead and thought I'd make another print. This one's going to take like 20 hours, I guess, a little over 20 hours, but she should be pretty good size, I hope. But this is it originally, and she's in two different pieces, so I wanted to make her into one. So we went ahead and first lined it up and added all the supports into it. So we got her all dolled up there with all the supports in order to make sure everything prints. If you look at the file, the way it's going to print, these are layers. That's each one of those is a little layer that it's going to print. So when it comes up here to like her hair, you can see it kind of like pops out of the middle of nowhere, like right in here. So you have to add supports there, so otherwise there's nothing there for it to start holding on to as it's printing upward. Uh, we had to do that in a couple different spots. And then I wanted to give her a little extra support to make sure she sticks to the base. But I also had to load it into Rhino uh, in order to make it, because it's in a STL file, which is fine for printing. But I don't feel that there's a good solid base on her bottom, so I added a base into Matrix. I went into Matrix and added the base, but before I put it into Matrix, because Matrix only takes 3DM files, I had to put it into Rhino and convert it to a 3DM file, then put it into Matrix, because Matrix will handle the 3DM file, and then transport it back to Rhino and change it back to an STL file so that we could get it into a uh, file that we could sit there and splice it. So it'll cut each layer for printing. And here's my settings over here. Layer thickness is 0.03. I do that because it really, to me, when I do 0.05, I get a little bit more lines than when I do 0.03. So to me, it's a lot smoother print. 8 seconds normal exposure time, 1 second off. Bottom exposure time 60-second layers, 8 for the bottom. Uh, and we'll see how it comes out, but hopefully it'll be a decent print, and I can get started on painting her up. And we do have a file of that in here as well. So hopefully by the time she's done, she'll look something like this. We'll probably change this color here. I don't really like the kind of lime green. We'll do something else down there, but it looks pretty cool. I think spray painting it, and we'll do a little bit more with her hair maybe. It'll look pretty good. So there you go. Hopefully everything goes good. We'll see.